Everyone, please stand that we're able for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call: Johnny Frost. Here. John Gavaris. Present. Samantha Ellis.
Present.
Bill Brown. Here. And I am present. We have a full board tonight. Fire exits. In the event of an emergency, please do not use the elevator or stairs. Please use the emergency exit behind us. Please silence your cell phones. Correspondence, Jackie? Nothing. Petitioners, this is the only time during the meeting anyone from the audience or on Zoom can address the board. You're more than welcome to address us. Please try to keep your time limit to be mindful of others to 3 minutes. Sir?
Okay, my name's Robert Coombs. I got a comment from you, Tony. You went past my house in that 57, and that looks wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's get started. On Tuesday, we had 3 tractor trailers on a road. You can't get around them. They take up 3/4 of the road. They're that big. And they go all the way down, they hit Birchall, make a left. Now, with tractor trailer, that's a problem. And because you gotta go down that hill first, and with all that weight, yeah, that's a problem. And then you gotta go around that blind turn, which is narrow. And that's a trick to get that around it. And number 3, when you get to the end of it on 52, that road comes in like this. And if you want to go to Woodburn, you're gonna stop all traffic. It's a really difficult turn for a tractor trailer.
Do you happen to get the company of the truck or a license plate?
Yes.
Okay, if you can please send that to me, I would gratefully appreciate it. Yep.
Simple solution. Go up on Facebook, look under my name. It's right there.
I don't have Facebook,
Okay.
but if you could please get that to our office, we can reach out and absolutely make a call to that company.
All right. Now, we have, like motorcycles that are just blasting through there, right around the blind turn. I mean, they're doing about 50 at least. And that's dangerous on a motorcycle. And number 3, we have, yesterday I had another tractor trailer. And then I had 7 buses from the camps come through here. They were all speeding, all tailgating, and they went around that blind turn 100% left lane. And this is dangerous. This is the way to kill people. And they were loaded with children, and that's reckless endangerment.
If you get me, again, the name and the company, I can enforce weight limits on roads. We can't, speed is obviously a bit too subjective, but I'll gladly make a call if you get me that.
I talked to the state police truck unions, and they said that if we change the weight limits and make them New York State legal, the weight limits, they can act, but they can't if those signs are fake.
Okay.
And so I'm asking you to change those signs as quickly as you can. And you can forget about my road. I think it'd be best if you did it on Birchall, because that's dangerous going down that hill with a truck. And I've done that myself before. I know what's involved in that. And like I said, if you gotta go to Woodburn, yeah, you gotta go way out in traffic to make that turn. And tractor trailer is almost, it's quite a bit longer than a box truck. So that's a real problem right there. Now, it would be best if you did Birchall, when you put signs up on that one for weight limits. Because that number 2, that's also even more narrow road than mine.
I'll do a site visit with Highway Superintendent Hayes next week, and we'll do a drive-by and see what's in the best interest.
Okay.
All right?
All right,
That's it.
yeah, I've had a bunch of box trucks come through there and don't even slow down for the blind turn, and they were going to the camps.
We'll start with the signage, which will make enforcement easier.
I beg you, please fix those signs.
We'll do a site visit. I like driving with Tony, no place.
Okay,
Site
do it quickly, please, before somebody gets killed,
Understood.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks, sir. Does anybody else? Hey, come on up, please state your name.
Mary Souza. I just wanted to read a thank you to the members of the town of Wawarsing board. My name is Mary Souza, resident of the village of Ellenville and Cup Master of Ellenville's Pact 28. I'm here on behalf of the Pact to personally thank you for supporting our family camp out and providing us with such an amazing setting to complete our requirements for camping adventures. We had 3 cub families who were able to join us. That was 5 cubs, 1 lion, 1 tiger, 2 wolves, and a bear. And they all fulfilled requirements to earn their first adventure loop for the 26-27 scouting year. Those metrics don't capture the value offered in opening up this space for this event. Our cubs learned to help pitch a tent. They learned the 3-bucket method for sanitizing dishes when camping. They practiced living by the outdoor code and leave no trace principles. They learned about campfire safety and the cold out test and the importance of the buddy system. They made memories together and had a blast, and above all else, they did all of it right here in our community, in the beauty of our local park. Between the camp out and the recent O&W trail cleanup, which the board also so graciously supported, I found myself overwhelmed with a deep sense of connection to our community. And I know our cubs are feeling it too. Events like these teach our young scouts they don't have to travel far to find adventure, that we are surrounded by incredible natural beauty right here at home. More importantly, it shows them that their community truly values them and wants to support them as they learn and grow. Thank you for investing in our youth and for helping us foster the next generation of community-minded citizens.
Thank you, team. And I happened to, I ran into, I don't know if she mentioned it, but I ran into your daughter at the career fair. And I talked to her for like 10 minutes. And I had like a break to introduce myself. And, municipal government to a 10, 11, 12-year-old, right? So, it's tough to, luckily I had no story there. We talked about camp stuff and everyone, she was a fan favorite. But when she said her name, she's like, Souza, what's the name stuff? And she's like, I met you last week. And I said, you're absolutely right. So pleasure talking to your daughter about, with her and her friends. It was a nice interaction. So thank you for everything you did. We're happy to support. Absolutely. Thank you. Is there anybody else? Yes.
Supervisor Steckler and Council Members Brown, Ellis, Frost, and Deveris, Highway Superintendent Payes, Town Clerk Collier, and Town Attorney Collier. Proud to say I know you all, but for the record, my name is Christine Kelly Adams. I live on Towpath Road in Hamlet of Fort Bend in Wawarsing. I'm here as a petitioner this evening for the first time in the 32 years I've lived here. So I'll just put that in there, to request that the intersection of Burn and Fordmore Roads be made a 4-way stop. As most of you are likely aware, currently the stop signs are only on Burn Road. Since the Fort Bend Bridge was closed on December 1st, 2017, I drive this road all the time as my patterns of travel frequently take me north. On the west side of the intersection, Fordmore Road has a sharp curve just before the intersection. Unless it is dark and you can see approaching headlights, or it's late fall, winter to early spring, when foliage has dropped, there is no way to see oncoming eastbound cars when stopped at the stop sign on Burn. Additionally, the house on the southeast corner of Burn and Fordmore has overgrown bushes. No shade, I'm not trying to shame them or anything, but there are some overgrown bushes that make it so that you must inch up so far into the intersection that any westbound cars coming down off the mountain, you're in the intersection in the way of eastbound cars by the time you can, kind of inch your way forward to really see if anyone is approaching from the east heading westbound. Traveling south on Burn, stopped at the stop sign, there are slightly better sight lines looking east onto Fordmore, but no ability to see a car approaching from the west until the car is upon you, except at night. When you can see the headlights. A 4-way stop would slow down cars on Fordmore traveling across the intersection, which will increase safety considerably. Even aside from the fact that too many people drive at unsafe speeds on both Burn and Fordmore, I greatly fear getting hit as the intersection is currently configured. If this request is granted, and I'm not above begging, there will, no doubt, need to be additional signs indicating stop ahead, as anyone who drives on Fordmore, even occasionally, would not be expected to expected four-way stop. Signs informing of the approaching stop sign will be especially needed on the eastbound side of Fordmore. On the westbound side of Fordmore, since the intersection, as I mentioned before, is right before the curve. No one is crazy about four-way stops, but I'll be glad to spread the word that the right of way is the person to your right. People will surely grumble, but that is a small price to pay to dramatically lessen the risk of severe injury to any of us traveling Burnham, whether it's every day or just once in a while. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Johnny Smith, do you mind getting with code enforcement just to see what we can do for that one corner?
Yes,
Yes, of
absolutely.
course.
And then Tony and I, can we get together for asking the county or the DOT to do a study for that stop sign? Okay, we'll do what we can. You got it. Thank you. Is there anybody else?
Well, I hope you can do it soon.
We'll stop by a trooper at that intersection from rolling through to try to see if there's anybody coming, so I know what you're talking about. This is about my ongoing effort over the many years to save Colony Farm. And trying to think of what I can do on the 4th of July. I remember an idea I had a long time ago, which is because if Colony Farm was ever transferred from the Department of Corrections to the town or the county, there has to be a nominal fee of $1 raised to make the transfer. So I got the idea to ask for 100 children from Ulster County to bring a penny each to our stand at the 4th of July parade. We have an antique milk bottle and try to fill up with 100 pennies to raise that dollar. I have penny postcards to give to the children who donate. And I have a letter that they can sign to Governor Hochul if they like. It says, "Dear Governor Hochul, we're sending you $1 that we collected in pennies, 100 kids, to buy Colony Farm so we can go there with our families, go for walks and rides, see cows, eat good food, and have fun. The farm is pretty and it's sad that we can't go there now. We hope that you'll come visit us there when it opens. We can all go for a walk together." So I hope we can get the governor's attention, because a lot of people have said that the decision will have to be made by the governor herself. My idea is that the Colony Farm should be the community benefits package that helps mitigate the damage done by the solar panels that were built along the scenic byway next to the prison, which has unified everybody. Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, and they dislike those panels. So the state paid $5.2 million, contributed $5.2 million statewide to build those at 5 different correctional facilities. So they weren't free. It reminds me that they stopped producing milk at Colony Farm because they wanted to save money. So what did they do? They now they're producing electricity, which is also not part of the core mission of the Department of Corrections, and they sent the cows to SUNY Alfred, where they continue to produce milk. So I'm not sure how they save money there. And finally, the one piece of news we have in the last year is that the idea of creating the Colony Farm Ag Park is now in the Ulster County Farm Protection Plans. It should be the policy of Ulster County to try to make it happen. And I hope we can get the ear of Executive Lesker as well. I've been to see people from all levels of government last month or so talk about this issue. I think that there's synergy from having everybody thinking about it at the same time. So I hope maybe the scouts could come and donate a penny and fill out the jar and we'll buy some. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Are there any of the petitioners here or on Zoom that would like to address the board? No one on Zoom? Okay. Attorney Collier, any concerns?
No, none that we haven't discussed earlier. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the agenda. We have a budget modification. Get a motion to increase the appropriated fund balance 599B by $36,250 and also increase expense code 3620.4B by $36,250.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
A motion to approve the bills as audited.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I get a motion to accept the minutes from June 4th, June 10th, June 18th, and June 22nd meetings.
Move 3 through 6.
All in favor?
Aye.
A motion to approve payment to Passero Associates for invoice number 99913, FAA Project 3360201-045-2023, environmental assessment for on and off airport obstruction removal in the amount of $16,092.61.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payment to Passero Associates for invoice number 99916, FAA Project 3360201-049-2025, reconstruction weather reporting equipment design in the amount of $2,639.95.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion to approve payment to Passero Associates for invoice 99917, FAA Project 3360201-050-2025, rehabilitate runway 4-22, the design in the amount of $4,248.65.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a
You
motion?
mentioned about the 95% of this is paid.
Yes, for those who are not familiar with our airport, our airport projects are covered 90% federally, 5% state, and the local match is 5%. We're luckily and very fortunate that we have our fair share of these projects to continue maintenance with the airport, to update with modern times, and to continue to make the airport as beautiful as it is inside and out.
You're actually fortunate on 2 of those to get 95% federal share, and so you're only responsible for 2.5%. Not even above that.
Thank you, John. Get a motion to approve the payment to Schmitz Wholesale for invoice 223161 in the amount of $4,056.44. A total of $3,918.44 for Napanock, Cohasson, and Napanock, Cohasson, and Wawarsing water departments, and a total of $138 for Napanock wastewater.
Okay. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
These are for general supplies. We keep about one of each on hand in the event a resident needs something. It is a resident's financial responsibility. We just keep it on hand so we don't have to slow them up, specifically when it comes to waterways. Get a motion to approve the payment first student in Accord, New York for invoice 121-36522 in the amount of $618.73 for a recreation department trip to water park in Monticello. This is a $38.73 increase, was applied to total cost due to the change of the quoted date. This is reimbursable through the Ulster County MSK grant program.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to approve Wanda Cruz Melendez as a seasonal custodial staff member for Camp Shawanga for the 2026 summer season at the approved hourly rate of $15.50, contingent upon the successful conclusion of all required pre-employment documentation and screening.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to approve Maxwell Kinsey as a lifeguard for Camp Shawanga for the 2026 summer season at the approved hourly rate of $16.25, contingent upon the successful completion of all required pre-employment documentation and screenings.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
The motion to amend the position titles for Adriana Williams and Jessica Morales from medical director to recreational aid, effective immediately. This title change is being made to comply with Ulster County personnel's position classification requirements and the qualifications associated with the medical director title. There will be no change to their pay rates at $25 an hour. Both employees will continue to perform their assigned camp medical duties as directed.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to rescind the motion made on January 2026 at the workshop meeting of the rental of porta johns from United Rentals, the amount of $332 due to an incorrect quoted amount and the approved corrected amount of 500, and to approve the corrected amount of $503.32, reflecting the actual invoice received.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
And this was for the Juneteenth event for MSK, is also reimbursable through the grant with the county. Get a motion to amend the original motion dated January 5th, 2026 at the organizational meeting regarding regular meeting dates of the first and third Thursdays, second Wednesdays, and fourth Mondays, turning to regular meetings by the town board of Wawarsing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to authorize supervisor to enter into an agreement with Barton LaJudas for engineering services on the Delaware and Hudson Canal, Ontario and Western Railroad Trail, Fordmore Road to Route 4455, pin number 8759.25.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye. One more, motion, Joe. I'll make a motion to authorize the town supervisor to execute a retainer agreement to hire Work Law to defend the town in a contractual dispute lawsuit brought by Rutledge Excavating Inc. and Ulster County Supreme Court.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, John. Superintendent pays.
Nothing further.
Mr. Brown?
Hats off to all of our employees for the town of Wawarsing for battling the extreme heat this week. We appreciate that. Not knowing that the scouts were going to be here tonight, I had on my list there that Scout Troop 28 had a camp out at Lippman Park. That was very successful and we were happy to support that. Elmville Pool project is moving forward. Camp starts on Monday. Airport, we have 3 different projects and they're all moving forward. That's all I have.
Mine's for the pool, it is open. I encourage young kids to go to the pool and not in the lakes. We've had issues. And Thompson is open once again from like noon to 6. And I encourage young kids, adults with their kids, go swimming, especially in this hot weather. Another is Juneteenth was a success at Mill Street. Mill Street looks beautiful. They did a really good job. The other thing is that on Monday, recreation starts. So beware of children walking to rec, coming out, just be more aware. Tomorrow is a big event that Mr. Kavaris has a hand in. That's going to be spectacular. Bring your children. It starts at 5 to 9 at Airport Road. It's going to be a great event. John did a lot of good job organizing and we're excited to go see what's going on. 4th of July parade is Saturday, so make sure you get down, watch the parade. Hopefully it doesn't rain like it seems to do every other year. It looks like clear skies, chance of rain at 3, but encourage everybody to be safe, especially this weekend. So I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of great things going down in town of Wawarsing, and just be careful out there, be safe and keep cool. And that's about it.
We applied for a grant for water meters for cellular connections, so you could get real-time data. Hopefully we get that grant. I'm certainly in favor of it before, but I'm even more in favor of it now. I, for the second time in my life, had a leak at home, and village just called me the other day. 14,000 gallons used in a month. Yes, so had I had this, I would have known about it instantly and not after a month. So hopefully we get this, and you know the pain of a leak until you have one yourself. So hopefully we get this grant. Yeah, Samantha was touching on them. The 4th of July committee, we have our event tomorrow, Red Light Boom. I know the heat is still there, but we're pushing forward. We've got fans in place, but everybody's still ready to go. So 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Speaking of the Scouts, they're helping tomorrow evening. They are doing a flag demonstration and the Pledge of Allegiance for us. right at 5 o'clock. And they're helping with the parade too. They will be in the parade marching behind the committee. So, yeah, the scouts do more than people realize they do. So I appreciate them for what they're doing for everybody here. Yeah, it's just tomorrow evening, skydivers, 8:15, they'll be diving over the airport and then landing right between the runway and the taxiway. It's gonna be a good event. We've got two great bands. They're both playing two different ends of the airport. A lot of food trucks, vendors, there's a DJ, soloists singing throughout the night. So please come, bring a chair, bring an umbrella just in case it rains. Stay safe.
Thanks, John. Just a couple of things. Tonight you heard that we approved an engineering contract with Barton and Judas. Sorry, not from here as you can tell. Judas. I'm really excited about this. This finishes the O&W Rail Trail connection into Herhonkson with Ellenville. Kind of the last remaining part in the northern part of the town of Wawarsing. So this is a legacy project that we're glad to continue to move forward with. This engineering firm and the money that has been allotted to us will help us get to a shovel-ready project. And so with that shovel-ready project, we're hoping that we'll be able to find some additional funding to get that completed in the near future. For the building department, we had our second meeting with Unicolab. As part of the budget modification we made was to pay for Unicolab, which brings all of the building department, planning board, and ZBA onto an online platform where residents, folks who are applying for applications can easily access all the public information to see what's happening with these applications and with the department and permits. So we're really looking forward to that. Again, still on track for that to launch at the end of or mid-fall, October. In terms of community stuff, really excited about 4th of July activities that are going on. Also tomorrow, once again, we have the Ellenville Farmers Market, which takes place in the green space downtown Ellenville, 11 Market Street. John Adams, who was here earlier, one of the founders of the Union Square Farmers Market in New York City, is actually going to be attending the Ellenville Farmers Market. So we're kind of excited about that. He's a local farmer as well. We have 4 other farms, 18 total vendors who are going to be there from 4 to 7 p.m. So hopefully we'll see you around there. And that's it for me, Joe.
Thanks, John.
And Johnny touched on legacy projects. We have updated the public, and I'll just do a quick synopsis. There are 3 legacy projects. All 3 we have made progress with, right? I applaud the board with, having the forward-thinking mentality to better our community with the rail trail, the Herhonkson Sidewalk Project, and the Barber Lane Road Bridge. All 3 have made progress. We're going to see those 2 to the finish line, and I'm excited for it. So thank you. Don't stop. This Tuesday, 7/7, I will be at Greenfield Park for I meet the supervisors. It'll be in between the post office and the firehouse. There's about 20 feet of width, so I'll go there for 5 to 7 p.m. just to learn more about Greenfield Park. No agenda, no politics, just going to learn more about their points of view. It is open to the public. Come one, come all. The cooling shelter has been extended through Monday. So please utilize that if needed. We did update our town Facebook and our website as well. Reminder for the July 16th public hearings for the data centers and the VESIs. They did make the county agenda, so we should get comment back from them, I'm guessing next week. I had sheriff's meet. I went to the sheriff's office to have a meeting with some of their community outreach coordinators. And we're going to have some activities and events here. I'm excited. We don't know exactly what yet. We have another meeting next week, but we have some really good energy in the room, good brainstorming sessions. So I'm excited to bring some of those resources down to us. So I'll update everyone when we have more, but I wanted to let you know that we engaged with them, and I appreciate Sheriff Figueroa's just positive outlook and, all hands on deck. So thank you. Went to a Barracuda swim meet last night for the first time, and I'm shocked I'm not tomato red because it was hot. Good for those swimmers. I guess they were cooled down, but It was very impressive. If you've never been able to go support one or check one out, you should. It's well organized. Kudos to the Barracudas coaching staff and also the organizers. They put on a great event. It was very, very impressive. Swims update. Bill Brown briefly mentioned it. We had a call today. Our portion and our obligations, anything that was needed by the town or any of our moving parts have officially been submitted to the state finance department for review. We were told by the gentleman helping us on the grants team, it's about 8 weeks from here. We should have our executed contract by then, and then we can move forward with the work. So I held his feet to the fire. He said, yep, that those are very realistic numbers, being conservative. So we're excited for that project to move forward as well. Outside of that, I don't have any updates. Everyone kind of touched on the things that we have going on this weekend. Be safe, stay cool. And congrats to USA. Great game last night. Next game, I believe, is Monday night. So, Bill, you can't change that. In Jersey, it's Monday. That's superstitions. That said, the motion to adjourn.